Hi everyone, thank you for joining me live, and thank you David, and for all of you also joining me live. I don't see your names, I just see the number of people. And for everyone who will be joining on the replay, thank you for joining me as well, for watching the video. And if it's the first time that we're meeting, my name is Isabel Martins from healthandnaturallife.com, and I work with energy healing, animal communication, any and all things related to consciousness, to us getting to know ourselves better, to us tapping into our potential as humans, our original potential. There's so much that we don't know about that. Yeah, that's my jam as well. That's my passion. That's what I want to help us discover, all of us, so that we can step again into the full human potential, full human template that we are born with, and that we can give that gift to ourselves, to each other, and to the world. And on this video, I'm just going to share a tool that I've been using lately a lot. And it's pretty much a tool of intuition. So it's using your innate knowing, your energy field, your heart's connection with the fields of information that you move and are immersed in, and as well with potential future outcomes that you might not be able to rationally tap into, but that your heart field has access to it, because it's connected to the non-dual field where all the potentials, all the information, all the morphic fields of everything exist, and we can access those fields and that information through our heart fields. And this is a long introduction to a very, very simple tool, but I just want to share before that why I actually decided to share this time, because it just felt to me that it was something simple, that it was going to just be a sharing of a tool. But it comes because this past week I've been in a roller coaster of an emotional release, integration, clarity, all of that. And from what I hear and see in other people, it's not a personal thing, so it's not just me, it's going around. So there's a lot of emotional things coming to the surface, and I want to share this with you because it might be something that you are experiencing as well, being a sensitive person, being an empathic person. It seems that our old stuff, so the emotional things that we weren't able to digest in the past, and the patterns, that the misperceptions that we built on top of that, are just being pushed to the surface. So anything now that makes you feel uncomfortable, and we usually don't recognize it as something that's coming from within us, that is something that wants to be seen, that wants to be unresisted, felt, and integrated, we kind of feel, oh, I feel uncomfortable about this or that person or this situation, and we try to push it down, or we project it outwards. So at these particular times, something that you might put a sort of an alarm on is the kind of thoughts that go, they always do this, or I always react like that, like this, or this always happens to me. Why do they keep on doing that? Things that feel like patterns that keep on repeating, we tend to push out, we tend to project them outwards, and we can't change other people, we can't change circumstances. Circumstances and people change when we change the patterns inside of us. So if you feel that something like this is coming up for you, this always happens, or they always do this, or I always do this, or this feeling has always been here and I don't want to push it down, don't do that. This is a gift. It's an uncomfortable gift, truth be told, but it is a huge gift. It's part of your consciousness that has been pushed down, that's trying to come to the surface, to now be seen, be felt, be integrated. So unresisted, it's what we've been sharing in the previous videos. Relax, breathe, release the tension. Don't apply force to anything that you're feeling. Just see if, as much as possible, you can pinpoint, okay, I'm pushing against it here, and see where you're applying force. That's the best expression that comes to me. And just internally, just release it, or breathe through it, or just tell yourself, I'm going to stop applying force here and just let the sensations move through my body, because at the end of the day, it's energy. It's just energy. It is our thoughts and our interpretations of what that energy means that cause us the suffering. So if we're just in that place of curiosity and just, I'm just going to do this, hands off, and see what happens as the energy flows, we will be healing so much, so fast right now that it's not even an exaggeration. So that's what I wanted to share, because that's what I've been doing as well and this past week, and it is intense. So I was feeling tired and I was just going, but I want to share something that I feel is useful, and hence this little tool that I want to share with you as well. So let's go for it. This tool is pretty much bringing to you more awareness of your body, of your energy, of your energetic responses to something. And the way that I do this is pretty much the place where it's usually the easiest for us to actually feel energy shifts is in our hands, because we work a lot with our hands. We are very conscious of our hands because of grabbing things, because of moving things around. So because these are one of the areas in our body where we have the most presence, that we are the most aware, it's the most easy for us to notice energy shifts. So we're going to use our hands to actually feel the energy of different choices and see which choice is the most aligned for us at the present moment. Whenever we feel the choice needs to be made for something and we want to make the choice that's the best for us at that specific time. So we're going to use our hands, and first I was just going to suggest, before you do this, just try to bring your attention to your core a little bit. Just be centered inside of yourself. You will be more focused in your body and centered when you do this, because it's sort of an embodiment practice. But if you just bring your attention to your core, that vertical meridian of energy at the center of your body, and just take a deep breath. Just being there, just bringing you back to the here and now. The central meridian is as well our present moment now meridian. And then we're going to just energize our hands a little, and this you can do in a number of ways. I really like one that I learned from Anodea Judith that teaches a lot about chakras, and she says to do this way. I'm just going to exemplify here. So outstretch your arms, coming here, and put one hand facing up, one hand facing down, and start opening and closing. This is what I'm doing. Opening and closing, and then shift the direction. And open and close again. Shift again, open and close. Again, open and close. Doing this for about 20-30 seconds is enough. Always with one hand facing up, one hand facing down. So what this does is activate the chakras in the center of our palms, and it brings a lot of energy as well to our arms and our hands. So they are sensitized. We start feeling the energy more in the entire hand, and you probably can feel it now. Another way is to rub your hands, of course. Another way is to really shake them vigorously, and some of these are more discreet than others. So another way is just, if you're in a public place and you want to use this, just start thinking of your palms internally. You don't need to do this. You can if you want, but just start bringing your attention to both of your palms, to both of your hands. And just because your attention is there, your energy will flow there. So you'll start being more aware and start feeling the energy in the hands. After energizing your hands, you're going to have the options for whatever you want to make a choice of available in front of you. So I'm going to give you an example. For me, last two things that I used this for, one was to choose in between 4 probiotic brands that I've never used, so I don't know if they are useful for me or not, if they're aligned with what I need or not. So I had the 4 options in 4 different tabs on my browser, but I could have written them down, the names, on a piece of paper. And then I did this. I just put my left hand up, which is usually our receiving hand. If you're left-handed, it might be the other one, but I just put my left hand up and I felt the energy. Then I just asked first for calibration. Okay, so just what does a yes, excuse me, what does a yes feel like? And for me, it started to feel like a ball of energy. So there was a lot more energy flowing in the hand, and it can feel like more tingling, it can feel like more warmth, it can feel like energy at the edges of the hand, or energy in the palm of the hand. That will be unique for you, so you have to calibrate and see what a yes energetically feels like for you at the moment. It will not necessarily be the same in other times that you make this exercise, that you make questions, that you put questions to yourself, but please, that you ask questions. So you first calibrate. Okay, so show me what a yes means to me. And usually it will be something that feels like more energy, because a yes in energy terms brings more energy to your meridians, and it's your meridians, it's your energy just expanding with that yes that you are feeling in your left hand. Okay, then you can ask, okay, so now show me what a no feels like. For instance, right now I'm feeling that it's almost like the energy is starting to drain through the palm, and it's creating almost like a vortex. This is what I'm feeling now. It might be different from you. For you, it might feel cold, it might feel like no energy, it might feel like the energy is moving again, either to the tips of the fingers or to the palm. It will be a different response energetically than the yes. So how did I use this then to calibrate, to see what choice would be the best one for me? I just asked. Okay, we now have the calibration. What supplement, first I asked the broader question, what supplement would be the best, the most aligned one, the one that would benefit me the most right now? And I pointed. I used the right hand as a pointer mechanism, so like a laser beam almost, saying, is it this option? And then I gauged the energy feel on the left hand. Then I moved, okay, thank you. Is it this option? Gauged again. Is it this option? Gauged again. Is it this option? For me, it was 4, so gauged again. And of all of those, the one that felt the most energized would be the one that would be useful, excuse me, the most useful for me. In the case, actually, of the probiotics, sorry, need water. In the case of the probiotics, there actually was no clear answer. They all felt so-so. So it wasn't like a clear yes, but it wasn't a clear no as well. And that, what it meant for me was that, okay, none of these are going to be harmful, but none of these are going to be ideal. Keep searching. Alrighty, got the message from my body. We'll do that. Keep searching. In another case, I had a yes or no question. So it was whether I wanted to buy and start a course, a particular course, or if I wanted to not buy that course and review some materials from other courses that I had already. And in this case, I just wrote the options. Okay, so I have this course, I wrote the name of the course, or I have reviewing these materials. Did the same thing. Energize, ask the question, okay, so what would be in the most, my highest interest right now? What would be the option that would lead to my greatest expansion or well-being or satisfaction? Would it be buying and starting this course? Felt the answer. Would it be reviewing the materials on this course? Felt the answer. There wasn't, again, this time, I'm just giving you examples apparently that don't have clear answers, but these are probably the most useful ones. There wasn't really a clear answer on these as well. So I noticed, okay, so is there a third option? And what came clearly was, okay, you have a set of audios that connect to the theme of this new course as well. Those were the ones that popped in my mind. So I asked, okay, so is that the best option for me right now? Review those audios, and it was, yes. That's a clear yes. Got my answer. It saved me from spending money, which it would have been a brilliant course, but it wasn't the most aligned for me right now. It would have kept me in acquisition mode instead of actually digesting and practicing the information that I already have. And this is something that I want to share as well. When you have something that you feel that you want, that it is a genuine, this will be amazing for me. It will come from the inside like a big expansion. You'll just know it. It will be an automatic almost choice. But when there's something that you feel that I want this, and there's that kind of a desperation to it, like a craving, maybe it's a good time to put the brakes on, a little bit of a pause, and ask. Because when things come from this energy of craving, I need this or something, it's because there is a discomfort somewhere that we think that thing that we want is going to soothe, and it's just going to be like a panacea. It's not going to solve it, it's just going to soothe it and keep it down and unresolved. So at those times, and this is brilliant for food as well, for food cravings. Do I want to eat this? Do I want to eat that? If you're at the grocery store, there's a lot of brands here of something that I want. I don't know which one to choose. This one, that one, this one, that one, this type of food, that type of food. You can ask, because you are asking the intelligence of your body, of your heart center that's connected to not just your physical well-being, but to your spiritual insights and guidance as well. So this is something that you can use anytime, anywhere. And the more actually that you use it, the more refined the answers become, because you are opening up to your intuition. You are opening up to be more receptive of your own inner guidance, and you are becoming more aware of your own energetic movements. So at some point in time, and I felt this in the past, but then I stopped doing this, just as you ask the question, you don't even need the specific hand exercise to do it. You'll feel the energy in you either become stronger, or it will feel like a depletion. So it will become clearer and easier for you to make choices that align for you at that particular moment in time. So it might be a choice, for instance, let's say that today it's in your best interest to eat chocolate cake. Yay! Eat it, enjoy it. It might be something that it is actually useful for you at that particular moment in time, that your mind would just say, no, never, this is just a craving. If your body, if your energy says yes, it's because there's something there that's going to be useful for you. Or it might be something that you think, okay, so this is a health food. I really should be eating this in order to feel better. And your body just goes, don't do that. There might be something that does not align in between you and that food item that is supposedly so good for you, but we are all unique and different, and our biochemistry changes, not only day to day, but hour to hour. So some things, it's best if we actually start getting into the habit of asking, is this going to be good for me? Is this going to be my best option at this moment? And start making choices from that place, because that will give you a self-sovereignty. So you'll be self-referential. You'll start looking inside yourself for answers, instead of just being swayed by all the million threads of information that are out there saying, this is the best, this is the best, this is the best, this is the best. And many of them are very contradictory. So you won't have to try to navigate and try to make sense of all of that. You'll just rely on your own inner guidance, on your knowing, on the knowing and wisdom of your body, of your heart, of your inner intuition. You're free. The more that you do this, the more that you're free from everyone else's opinions, and you are just making the choices that are the very best for you. And when you make the choices that are the very best for you, believe me, it's a win-win-win-win-win all the way around, because we are not separate individuals. We know at a very deep energetic and physiological level, we know that we are a part of a wave of consciousness, of the collective, of the environment. So when we make choices that are the best for us, they are the best for us, they are the best for the environment in which we move. So it's going to be a win for you, a win for the people in your life. Even if they don't like it, it's still going to be a win. And it's going to be a win for society, and a win, obviously, for the planet, and a win for a human that's self-empowered and can tune into themselves to make the very best choices, the most aligned, the most resonant with their own truth. We all benefit from it. So I hope this was useful. If you have any questions, do let me know. Thank you for joining me live, and I'll see you on the next video.